You know what? Screw it. You live once, baby, and this might be a short life. Okay. I can't help this feeling that I'll get copyright struck, 'cause YouTube policies just don't give a fuck. Welcome back to Hooked on You. It's been a little while. What the hell are we doing other than trying to get into, well, not in her pants. I don't think she's wearing pants, but we're trying to date with, what's-her-face? Spirit. So, yeah, let's get on with that. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and that not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think we got stabbed a few times, right? I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. At least once or twice on our journey here. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing, it's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Oh, not Trickster. Wraith is here too. Yeah, Mr. Downer. Cool. Glad he's returned to the party. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all on screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Yeah, that's right, I'm the prize, baby. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. Oh, is it a backhand compliment? I feel like that's a backhand compliment. You just bitch slap me with a compliment. However, since Wraith seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. Well, if he wasn't such a Debbie Downer, maybe he might have had a shot, but no, he's gonna talk all depressing and woeful. I mean, come on, man. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island. Okay, now you're starting to make me feel a little bit bad. But hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that.
I'm sick of watching everyone else gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending nightmare. So tonight, none of that.
You don't love me anymore, Wraith? You don't want a piece of this hot, sweet... I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
I'm not really hungry anyway, so I say we just do a simple salad or something. The green kind, not the mayo kind. Mayo is gross.
What's a mayo salad?
Oh, fine with just lettuce. Doesn't have to be fancy.
Oh, so you're gonna eat the food that my food eats. Are you gonna be my food next? You know what? I don't want to eat you. I feel like cannibalism might be a step too far in this date and killer thing. But then again, we may have already been a cannibal, if I remember correctly.
Not iceberg, though. It has no nutritional value.
Iceberg is the best lettuce. What do you want about, Wraith? Letting Wraith choose was a mistake. That's on all of us. Yeah, I think... Screw you, Wraith. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Power brokers? Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? Not really, because I don't remember. It's been like 3 weeks. You've had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Oh no. I should have continued this. Why did my voice have to give out back then? Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Oh, come on, why could nothing be not an option? Gush about your date or be coy? I mean, we had a really kick-ass date. I'm tempted just to gush about my date. Oh, we had such a wonderful time. I'm gonna get stabbed either way, so screw it, let's gush. Let's gush over Spirit. I wish you could all get to meet the real Spirit. She does not like that at all. I wish you could all get to meet the real Spirit. She has a beautiful soft side, and you don't get to see it if you're a bit nicer to her. Spirit looks totally horrified. I promise she doesn't want people paying her any more attention. She's just trying to do her own thing, not fit into this killer club. Right, there's a whole strategy to this. I forgot about the strategy. She doesn't want gushing, she wants coy. Ah, nuts. This is what happens when you play a dating game, in segments. Seriously, did you listen to a single thing I said today? Yes? She's totally gonna murder me. It seems clear to me that you did not. I'm gonna die. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica. Not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical location. Bony appetit! Don't you mean Bon? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Wait, the vegetables have bones? Why do the vegetables have bones? Impossible to avoid on this island. Why do the vegetables have bones? Everyone eats without speaking. I made things awkward by telling them that I had a really good time. You know what? Screw you, killers. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. Oh, okay. Maybe she's turning around. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. Am I gonna be ending up with you two? This is gonna be a threesome between you two and me. What would you like to say to the servants? Thanks for Normal me would be like, thanks for dinner. That was amazing, even if it was absolutely goddamn terrible, because that's the polite thing to do. But as I'm trying to impress the killers, I'm just gonna ignore the crap out of them because I feel like that's what they would do. Ignore them. Is there anything else we can do for you? Or anything at all? Anything. A manners book, perhaps? See? I told you it was all about manners. But I am being like the, wait, do the killers prefer manners? Oh no. Oh, what have I done? Have I tanked this entire thing? It's fine. We're used to this kind of shabby treatment here on Jerk Island. I'm trying to fit in here, guys. I'm trying to get in back in good with spirits, good thoughts. What's the saying? Moving on. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen. Something that will change everything. I'm gonna die, aren't I? You can go willingly, or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies.
Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb?
There he is. I knew Trapper would show up. Yes, and immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Okay, she looks a lot happier. Maybe there's still hope yet. Fire illuminates the soul.
I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire.
My God, Wraith, you suck. As a whole person, you just suck. And finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit. If only to get away from Wraith's complaining. Yeah, later, loser. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Hi guys. Hey, how you all doing? Oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell a story, aren't I? So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or we could play charades? Bogle? Come on. Why are you giving me that face? What did I do?
Well, we are actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story?
Me? Tell you a story? Okay. Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. Okay. Is this gonna be like a story that determines whether I live or die? You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I don't want to be laser-faced.
Try not to bore us.
We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Oh no. Oh no. But things were going so well. We had such a wonderful date. Oh no. Oh, I boned it. And I'm not boning her because I boned it. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up.
I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here. And does it, threaten to burn us all alive?
It's a campfire, dude. It's contained. It's okay. You'll be all right. Go sit in the ocean. You'll catch fire there. Maybe a shark will get you, though. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Daddy V was about to make an important decision about telling a story. They're not. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Maybe? Okay, so what type of story do you want to tell? I want to tell a story about, romance, adventure, or action. Well, if I remember... I don't remember anything! What would Spirit want? What would Spirit do? WWSD? Put that around your bracelet. I feel like romance would be the one that's just like, boo, romance sucks. Adventure? She's a samurai, so action might be cool. Or adventure. You know what? I'm gonna go with adventure. Adventure might be nice. All right, you like your Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies? How about some adventure?
No, talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely.
Thanks. I appreciate that, Wraith. You're, go sit in the ocean.
Oh no, I picked the wrong one.
You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay. I absolutely screwed up. Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby. Great foundation for a story for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath. No pun intended. I feel like that pun was absolutely intended. Yes, that's all. No, I was kidding. I was kidding. Yeah. No. I was definitely kidding because Spirit doesn't like it. Oh, wait, that's it? Not much of a story? Not even a thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that's all you have to say? No, I was just kidding. So what type of story do you want to tell? I want to tell a personal story. Yeah. I'll tell you all about me and open up and be all squishy and whatnot and love me. I'll get a little personal now, if that's okay.
Those types of tales are the best and often the most sad.
Well, I'm hoping it's not a miserable story. It's a bit of a love story. This is about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to bludgeon the same wily Wolverine. Maybe not. Probably not. Or maybe it is, I don't know.
Or about a deranged killer who makes the only woman who ever believed in him witness a display of shocking violence.
That sounds rather gruesome. Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting, and she'd been dragged there by some friends. Oh. They couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. 2 months? Holy crap, and I thought these dates were going fast.
Bit soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet.
Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with someone. Love could spark from a look across a campfire. Hey, she liked it. She's starting to warm back up to me. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. It's quite alarming, actually. Yeah, okay, 4 killers staring right in my eyes. It's a little unsettling, but, I'll just focus on one, kind of into it. Except for Trickster, who has headphones in and is loudly playing his own music to drown you out. That's fine. Screw you, Trickster, anyway. Okay, well, that wasn't a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So, who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Is this going to determine whether I live or die? I absolutely do not give 2 rats about Wraith. Trapper, we've already heard his story. Huntress? Do I want to know what you're doing? Skinning things alive and taxidermy, probably. I gotta go with Spirit. Maybe Spirit will... Whoa, no, she doesn't want to... She doesn't really want to open up. You know what? Screw it. You live once, baby, and this might be a short life. Okay, yeah. Why do I need to stop going with my gut. My gut is the wrong thing to go with. I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Yeah, that was the point, right? Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. Okay. It's called The Bride, technically, I suppose the fiancé. She's looking bashful. Kinda cute. I'm totally dead. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bride trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful shabby chic farmhouse. Shabby chic, huh? That's just like a fancy word for saying it's run down, looks like crap, but we're making the most of it. Together, they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. Did they get fat? They chose lilikoi, by the way. So fancy. What's lilikoi? I have absolutely no idea what lilikoi is. That's the first time I'm ever seeing that word. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, the fiance, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Yeah, that's right. I don't trust anyone who wears cargo shorts. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancée decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day, she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Huh. How very thoughtful. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods, she surveyed. The bride, the fiancé, since they had not been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so that she could choose the absolute best. Why do you keep mixing bride and fiancé? I mean, I guess you did technically steal this story like you said, but is this Is this about you? When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Oh no, she's gonna die while picking flowers, isn't she? Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. The music is telling me that this is not going to end well for that bride. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Yep, there it is. Here's the turn. Somehow it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before. And just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful, she became dizzy just looking at them. Oh, cool, so she got poisoned by spores. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower. And every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, impossibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring in the air, the fiancé crept further and further into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk and realized she'd been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Is this an allegory about our date? Is this because it was going so well to start with and then I screwed it up? Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. She was eaten by the woods. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you were loved for who you are. Out there, all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad. Yeah, I did. I did kind of think it was a beautiful story. And miserably sad. Just like someone we know.
Oh, it's her story.
What the hell was with the flowers? Did she get murdered by flowers? No. She got thrown out a window or something, right? Your dad did something? I don't know. I don't remember. Now it was story time. A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. So, you like watching TV shows over movies? Gotcha. Tell me, Daddy V, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. Okay, cool, great. You're just a segue. God forbid small talk get in the way of a romantic twilight moment. You guys have been cock-blocking me this whole time. Why should I have any kind of conversation with you at all? That's my question, to be honest. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trip. Yeah, Dwight, shut the up. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen? Oh, right. You two are gonna get back to stabbing each other. Have fun with that. Okay. You have fun tonight and try not to wink, end up dead. Okay, I'll try my best. Not like I wasn't trying not to do that anyway. Why did you say the words wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Yeah, but I mean, if I am forced to date one of them to live, I feel like Spirit would be the one, you know? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. So, is that... I'm confused. Is this good?
Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in.
What? No, we're not trash-talking Spirit.
What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this pod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes?
Yeah, I don't want to roast her. Maybe I do want to roast her. Is she into it? Are you into getting roasted? Let's roast her.
Please, enough talk of burns, things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well?
Yes, Wraith. Yes, you must. It would really suck if, evil killers when they died actually went to hell, where, there's fire, brimstone.
What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could? Just you and me.
I don't want to. On those spindly legs? You'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Daddy V is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Yeah, they are very powerful looking limbs. Not that that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's more my own choice, and it's completely logical. Your whole shtick is you humming the whole time whilst you're murdering people. How is that stealthy? Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. You know, the more I hear about you, the less I'm starting to think I'm into it. You come off a tad pretentious.
It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just me?
Wait, you're turned on by her as well? Hold on, how am I supposed to compete with you? Look at you. You're like just muscle. Do you even have bones? You're literally a brick. Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment.
If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, some special projects we might have going on.
Yeah, we all get it. You're moving on to another island. Blah, blah, blah. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head out with for an evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Murderer's Island? You know what? Actually, no, I'd probably watch that. I would probably watch that. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, that guy. Well, last time I picked Spirit, and she didn't like me picking her, so I'm gonna go with Huntress. We haven't spoken to Huntress yet. I'm not really into Trapper, and, Wraith, you can go screw yourself. So let's go talk to Huntress. Huntress! You know I had the feeling you'd pick me. You've got good taste, and I don't just say that because I'm considering eating you. I feel like I've made a mistake.
Subscribe! I did, and it was fun. I want to do it again. Oops, I unsubscribed. Don't do that. Revert! Abort!